ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ॐ। Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter, 15th verse. Yasmanno dvijate loko, lokanno dvijate chayah, harshamarša bhayodvegaihi, mukto yassa cha me priyah. Yasmad, from whom, lokah, the world, na, not, udvijate, is agitated or afflicted or influenced, yaha, who, cha, and lokat, from the world, na, not, udvijate, is agitated, yaha, who, cha, and harsha amarsha bhayava udvegaihi, from joy, envy, fear, and anxiety, muktah, freed, saha, that person, me, to me, priyaha, dear. So, in the following verses, like in the previous verse, Sri Krishna is now telling who is dear to God. So he says, again, that is a repetition of the idea which we found in the second chapter when Arjuna asked Sri Krishna, Sita Pragyasya ka bhasha. That means how Sita Pragya speaks, or how does Sthita Pragya, a man of wisdom, a man of the knowledge of Brahman, how does that person, a person of wisdom, a person of knowledge of Brahman, how does that person conduct oneself? That was the question asked. And there it was told, Dukkheshu anudvigna manaha, sukheshu vigata spruhaha. A person who is non-attached in happiness and is unperturbed in misery. The same idea is being told here, that is an ideal devotee who, yasmat, from whom, lokah, the world, na udvijate. The world does not get agitated by that person, and one who is not lokat na udvijate. The world does not agitate that person. So that person does not agitate the world, and the world does not agitate the person. There is an interesting incident from the life of Ramana Maharshi. So there was this person who was very much attracted to Ramana Maharshi, and he thought of writing a biography of Ramana Maharshi. And he wrote a biography and brought it to Ramana Maharshi and showed that biography. In that biography, he had written that Ramana Maharshi had married and had children, etc. And he had asked Ramana Maharshi to correct that biography. So Ramana Maharshi just corrected the grammar and the sentence, etc. and gave it back, returned to him. And in the course of conversation, he said that this person has written about Ramana Maharshi who has married and has children. So somebody asked, why didn't you correct that person's version of the biography? Because you never married. You do not have any children. So Ramana Maharshi smiles and said, let him have his own idea of Ramana Maharshi. He has written something, let him write. So a person who is completely unattached to this world and who does not get agitated by this world and also does not agitate this world, from whom this world is not agitated and from whom the world is not agitated, and from who is not agitated from the world. And also in harsha, in happiness, amarsha, in envy, in bhaya, in fear, and in anxiety, udvega. From all this, that person is free. So that person does not have any happiness, that the kind of happiness which is dependent on a particular sensate experience, a sense experience, that is experience of contact, coming in contact with sense organ. Indriya Sannikarsha, Janya, Ananda. No? So, happiness or sukha, which is created by the contact with sense objects, that kind of happiness is temporary. That remains only for a few minutes or few days maybe. So it's temporary, it is not permanent. So here that kind of happiness is not talked about. Then what kind of happiness? Happiness where harsha amarsha, bhaya udvega. So where a person is free from joy, free from envy, free from fear and anxiety. How does a person become free from these? The answer has been already talked of. Few days ago also we saw that. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad there is this mantra, Dvitiyat vai bhayam bhavati. So out of duality comes fear. The idea of duality brings not only fear but the entire spectrum of human emotions like joy, anxiety, envy, etc. So that is what is being told here, that all that is not affecting this devotee, and so that devotee is dear to me. That devotee who has these qualities is dear to me. Anapekshah Shuchir Daksha Udasino Gatavyatah Sarvaramba Parityagi Yo Madbhaktah Same Priyah. This is a very important verse containing some important aspects of a devotee, true devotee. Anapeksha, a person who is free from dependence, is not dependent on anything but God. Shuchihi, who is pure. Daksha, who is prompt. Udasinaha, who is indifferent, unconcerned. Gatavyataha, who is untroubled. Sarvaramba Parityagi, who is renouncing every undertaking. Aramba, all undertakings are renounced by this person. Yaha, who is Mad Bhakta, devoted to me. Saha, that person, may to me is dear. So, Anapeksha, one who is not having any apeksha, not having any expectation or any dependence. So, dependence on what? Dependence on the body, on the senses, on the sense objects, and the connection between the sense objects and the sense organs. Not dependent. That means if a person gets good food, will eat good food. Does not get good food, will eat whatever is available. Like that. So, not dependent on the body, on the senses, sense objects, the connections between the sense objects and the sense organs. And also that person is able to understand, differentiate what is correct and what is not correct. That person is able to, that is why the person is daksha. Daksha means efficient or prompt. How prompt? Because that person is not caught up in any dvandva, any turmoil of any conflict of decision. That person is not indecisive. That person is not indecisive. Can take an action immediately, can take a decision immediately. Why? Because that person knows what is correct and what is not correct. So immediately that person can decide. Sarvaramba Parityagi. And also that person is pure. Pure, Shuchi. Shuchi, pure means one who does not think of oneself as the body and the mind. That is pure. Shuchi. And Udasinaha, and is indifferent. Gatavyataha, one who is untroubled. And Sarvaramba Parityagi, that person has given up all kinds of undertaking or beginnings. Sarva Aramba, Aramba means beginning. And Parityagi, Sarva Aramba, all kinds of beginnings. What is the meaning? So a person of the world decides, okay, so now there is Corona has come, COVID-19. What is it people want more? So that person will decide, oh, people want more sanitizers. Then I will start a company which produces sanitizers and I will make a lot of money. and or another person is sitting in the temple, maybe the priest of the temple, and is thinking, who are coming now to the temple? Now these people, they want to get rid of corona. So I will tell them, you do this, you do that. Whether it will be effective or not, that priest does not know. But still I will tell them, you do this, do that, and so you will be freed from corona. So these people, they are thinking of some undertaking in order to secure objects of desire, in order to get objects of desire, their desired objects. Or some other people, they might have lost something which they desired. It could be money, it could be, many people are losing their jobs during these stressful times, so it could be their job. They have lost all this, and so because they have lost all this, they are thinking how to regain that, or how to have this. Or some people might also think that after I die, let me go to Indraloka, I will be the next Indra, I will be the next Manu, etc. So either of this world or of the next world, Iha or Apara, whatever person desires, a person might desire to secure objects of desire of this world or of the next, that undertaking, that thinking, that calculation, that planning has to be all given up. One should be completely dependent on God, not on the world. Dependent on God, dependent on not the body and the senses and the sense objects, but on God alone. That is the idea. So a person is completely dependent. So udasina hai is indifferent, unconcerned. Unconcerned about what? People are usually unconcerned about others' difficulties. So a person of God will be not concerned about one's own difficulties. Will be not concerned about one's own difficulties. That is unconcerned. And gatavyatha hai, untroubled. That person is not troubled. And sarvaramba parityagi, gives up every undertaking and is devoted to oneself. Devoted to God. Oneself is devoted to God. That person is Samay Priya hai. That person is dear to me. Then Sri Krishna says, again, in the same vein he further goes, where a person is free from dualities of emotions, the dual emotions, that is what is told. Yona hrishyati na dveshti, na shochati na kangshati, shubha shubha parityagi, bhaktiman yasame priyaha. Yaha, who neither hrishyati, rejoices, na dveshti, hates, nor shochati, grieves, nor kangshati, desires. Shubha ashubha parityagi, that person renounces good and evil. Yaha, who bhaktiman, full of devotion, saha, that person is me to me priyaha, is dear. So a person who does not rejoice, does not hate, does not grieve, does not sorrow, does not desire anything, and that person renounces both Shubha and Ashubha, good and evil, goes beyond the dualities of this world, good, evil, happiness, misery, etc. That is why when Sri Ramakrishna was performing his sadhana, he told, take away this, take away that, and give me pure devotion. Take away my ignorance, take away my knowledge, and give me pure devotion. So he was offering to Mother Goddess, Divine Mother, Kali, all the dual opposing traits in him, and he wanted only pure devotion. So that is what is told in this verse of the 12th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, that one who does not rejoice, one who does not hate, one who does not grieve or does not sorrow, or one who does not desire, renounces good and evil and is full of devotion, that person is dear to me. Why would not a person not rejoice or not have good? Why would a person not hate or not have sorrow? That is because if a person knows that God is true, all other things are unreal, all other things are not true, untrue, then there is no point in hating that which is untrue. When we go to a movie theater, a cinema theater, to watch a movie, or when you watch a movie elsewhere, say in your TV or on your laptop, etc., then whatever is going on the screen is imaginary. But it is quite often that one gets entangled in the narrative and starts crying or laughing along with what is being shown. At that time one forgets that that is imaginary. At that time one thinks that that is real. And this is exactly what is happening in the world too. This whole world around us is unreal. Only God alone is real. But then we forget that and we get entangled into the transaction of this world. So yona hrishyati, so a person who does not rejoice, because there is nothing to rejoice, there is always constant bliss. There is no separate bliss, is not necessary. And there is nothing to hate, there is nothing to grieve for. And there is only God. All this good and evil which we make are all temporary, they are unreal. So this is how Sanatana Dharma tackles the problem of evil. So evil is not there because evil is imaginary. But as long as you see evil, as long as you are perceiving good and evil, then you have to do good and prevent evil. But when you understand that everything is God alone, then it becomes clear that there is no good or evil. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.